20 employees made redundant at a local company. BTC back to normal today. And 8 Mile Rock High School celebrating Pride Month.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shashina Rule-Farquharson. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, operations at the Bahamas Telecommunications Company said to be back to normal today. Offices have reopened and staff are on the job. Hundreds of employees called in sick last Thursday and Friday, forcing the closure of BTC retail stores across the country. President of the Bahamas Communications and Public Officers Union, Dino Roll, told ZNS News last week that BTC was completely shut down on Grand Bahama. Roll telling ZNS News that line staff, along with some middle managers, attended a social function, and many of them presented with similar illnesses the following day. Meantime, the BCPOU and management at BTC are on ongoing negotiations for a new industrial agreement. Roll confirmed that those negotiations have not been going well. In other news, Commonwealth Brewery releasing a statement today confirming that 73 persons have been made redundant. Officials say they have implemented a new structure for the company's retail division, 700 Wines and Spirit. The restructuring will impact 53 employees in New Providence, the remaining 20 here on Grand Bahama. Ron Hepburn, director of retail, said that this is the first major exercise since the company went public, and that the decision to restructure was brought on by increased operational costs as well as increased competition from imported beer brands. Now to the case of the missing painting. Tonight, a professional artist is making a special appeal to the public to be on the lookout for Farewell Bimini, a painting that disappeared over a month ago. Megan Shepard has more on this story.
Art teacher and a professional artist, Elisa Strather Robinson, was the featured artist at the annual Festival Noel back in December. She says her exhibit stayed in the gallery of the Rand Nature Center for an extended period, and it wasn't until January 18th, when she went to collect her pieces, that she noticed that one was missing.
I had given them a list of all the paintings I had, obviously. Anytime anything was sold, we both made sure that it was put on the list that they had to ensure that they knew what all was there. So I called them immediately when I realized I was missing the painting, and I said to them, you know, this painting is missing. I thought maybe someone had put it in the storeroom, because I noticed one of the other paintings was moved to another wall. So, and this one happened to be next to that.
Robinson says that she made some posts online seeking the public's assistance, but to no avail. She says that she is perplexed that someone could steal such a large painting, especially in an environment that is constantly monitored.
I'm flattered to have the painting thought deemable enough to steal, but I'm disconcerted in the sense that they thought it's okay to steal one of my paintings, or even to steal from the BNT, which I'm also a member of. They are a nonprofit group, and so obviously having to reimburse me for the painting is not something, you know, that's good for them. It's 25 by 25 inches, which is just over 2 feet. It is framed, so it's not like you can tuck it in your purse or under your arm and walk out with it. They do have security there. They do have, excuse me, cameras there.
Now the painting is titled Farewell Bimini, and Robinson is asking anyone with any information on the missing painting to reach out.
The painting is based on a trip I actually made to Bimini and was taking photos when I was leaving Bimini, and so I created a painting based on that. It's an oil painting on board. It is framed, like I said, and if they see the painting, either to contact the BNT Freeport or to contact myself. And I'm really confused as to what else to do at this point.
Robinson says that officials at the Rand Nature Center have agreed to go through their security cameras, but that process is still ongoing. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
In news from the crime beat, an altercation at a nightclub on Wimpole Street here in Freeport has left 3 males with injuries. Police reports say shortly before 2 Sunday morning, officers received reports of a fight involving a group of males. Patrons at the club attempted to intervene, and as a result, they were stabbed about the body. EMS personnel were called to the scene and transported the victims to the Rand Memorial Hospital. One of the victims were later released, and the other 2 remain in hospital in stable condition. Meanwhile, police arresting 2 males on the island of Bimini over the weekend. The first incident occurred shortly before 7 p.m. on Saturday. Police officers say they were on routine patrol in the Porgy Bay area when they observed a male acting suspiciously. Officers say they searched the male and discovered a quantity of suspected cocaine as well as marijuana. He was arrested and taken into custody. The second incident occurred shortly after 8 p.m. on Saturday. Officers acting on information and armed with a search warrant went to a residence in Baileytown where they discovered a quantity of suspected cocaine and marijuana. The male suspect was arrested and taken into police custody. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Stay with us. There's more news right after the break.